So I know that TRESA is causing a lot of stressa. That's from John Tamu. But I wanted to go over a few factors about TRESA and try and take some of the anxiety out of it. So the first thing I'm going to cover in this video is designated agency. Now this is new to Ontario, but it's not new to Nova Scotia or Alberta, where you can have two agents from the same brokerage represent two different parties on a transaction. Is multiple agency going away? No, multiple representation or agency is still going to be around. However, designated agency provides the buyers and sellers with one more option that they can choose or they can be a part of. Now, there's a lot more disclosure that's going to have to take place. Before, with multiple rep, you had to disclose to all the parties prior to accepting an offer that you were representing two parties. Now you have to disclose to everyone that's participating in the offer process prior to the offers that there's going to be designated agency or multiple representation. And not only do you have to disclose that, but you have to get back in writing an acknowledgement of that disclosure being received by all the parties. So we're going to have more forms coming out. This takes place December 1st. We're going to be going over some of the forms and more in detail when they do come out. But in order to make it easier for you to digest, I wanted to break these into smaller segments and be able to provide you with some information on that. We're back with another video about TRESA, and this one we're going to talk about self-represented parties. Now, we've had client relationships and customer relationships, and the important thing to know is that the customer relationship will no longer exist. It's being changed with self-represented parties, which is the SRP under TRESA. So what does this SRP actually mean? The self-represented party will not be able to get any detailed information about the listing or about the landscape of the market or anything like that. Under the self-represented party, a realtor is allowed to provide assistance to complete the transaction. However, they're not obligated to provide any other services or any other information that may take away from their relationship with their client, who could be the seller. So how do you determine if it's a self-represented party and what type of assistance you provide? You can ask yourself these two questions. Is the information provided a service to your client? Or is the assistance in the best interest of your client? The assistance that you're providing the self-represented party. And if you answered no to either of these questions, then you shouldn't provide that information. Another couple of questions to ask yourself are, does the information that you're providing give them any type of information on what price to offer or what price to accept? Or does the information that you're providing encourage the self-represented party to rely on your knowledge or your expertise? And if either of those answers is yes, then you shouldn't be doing it. Now, another thing is, can you provide comparables to a self-represented party? And the answer to that is, if the comparables are going to help your seller client get a better deal for that property, a better price for that property, then yes, you can provide comparables. The main thing is, when you're providing assistance, you have to remember, is it in the best interest of your client? And if your client is a seller in that situation, then you can provide those comparables. There's going to be more details available about self-represented parties and forms that are going to be put out in the next little while, which we will get over to you guys and be able to answer any more of your questions as they come up. It's important to remember that you're not obligated to provide any assistance to a self-represented party. They've made the decision to be a self-represented party. There's going to be more information that's going to be coming out about self-represented parties. And is there going to be a form to fill out? No, there's not going to be a form to fill out with self-represented parties, because then you're entering into an agreement with them. And the whole point is they're representing themselves. So once we have more details available before the December 1st launch, we're going to be providing those to you so that you can go in to these self-represented situations with everything that you need to know.
RE/MAX Prime Properties.